Good morning. Welcome back. Katie here, if I have never met you. Happy to have you this morning. So a couple of things is if you'd like a blanket. A blanket's great to roll up or to fold to fill up gaps or even just to sit under your tail for now. You could grab blocks. If you don't have blocks, some thicker books are awesome. And straps if that's what you would like to use as a prop in your practice. But if you don't have a strap, you don't need a strap. You don't need any of these props. This is an all-levels class, meant for you to be able to practice at home. But props are fantastic if you do have them, just because they aid in deepening the stretch without forcing yourself in. And so if you don't have a strap, you could grab a scarf or a men's tie. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that we need to get started today. Some water as well, or coffee if you're doing this early. I already had my coffee, so we're going to have some water. And find yourself in a nice, comfortable seat. So whatever it is that you find comfortable, sometimes seated positions are the hardest for some people. So I have my legs in a half lotus here. You could have your legs fully extended. You could have your knees bent sitting upon your heels. Wherever you are, I want you to tuck your tailbone under to really ground down. Feel yourself root to the earth. So imagine roots growing into the earth here. Just you are deepening your connection to earth. I like to imagine my roots growing, and as they grow, I can start to feel that grounding sensation, but I can also feel myself gaining earth's nutrients. I like to imagine myself gaining all the nutrients that it is that my body can take. And stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae, we are sitting up nice and tall. Shoulders roll down, heart is open. Lengthen through that crown, so no arching here. Keeping that spine nice and straight. Gently close your eyes. And now, notice as you close your eyes if you're holding on to any tension in your face. I know that my jaw feels a little tight in my third eye, so I'm going to try and soften it just a little. Letting my eyelids drop back into their sockets a little bit more. Releasing that furrow in the brow. I'm going to let my jaw unhinge slightly to release some of those muscles. And relaxation doesn't happen always with one breath, so it could take multiple breaths and multiple moments to get us into a space of relaxation and comfort. Hands can be placed upon the knees, palms face down. This is a grounding sensation. At any point, you can start to flip your palms to the sky, allowing yourself to once again obtain energy from the universe. Feel it entering through your palms, or you could cradle your hands in your lap. Wherever it is that your hands comfortably fall, let them take it there. And just start to notice your natural inhales and notice your natural exhales. Ready to turn on some light music as we settle into this space. And feel each inhale flowing in through your nose and beginning to circulate through your body. So it doesn't go just to the lungs. Feel it start to float maybe down your arms into your fingertips. In through the belly and the back and down through the hips, your legs, your toes. Connecting to any tension that it feels along the way, kind of like Tetris blocks fitting in. And on the exhale, feel that tension start to break away and be released on the exhale. Now once again, this is an all-in-one breath. So little by little, we start to chip away at that tension, trying to break it up. And maybe you start to bring more awareness to your breath, starting your 3-part belly breath, your Dirga breath. On your inhale, breathe in through your nose, fill into the belly. Allow that breath now to flow in through the ribs. Feel your ribs start to separate, your lungs expand, and then finally it moves into your chest, sitting at the base of your throat. On the exhale, release from the chest, then the ribs, and then finally the belly. So deep, full breaths here. Flowing in through the belly, ribs, and chest, but also the lower back, mid-back, upper back. So your entire torso is getting larger with each inhale. And with each exhale, you release all the air until your navel draws up and in. So really push that air out. You must release in order to take in more. Allow your mind to focus upon the rise and fall of the belly, ribs, and chest, upon the inhale. And on the exhale, let your mind focus upon that exhale. Taking in every sensation that is flowing through your body, flowing through your soul at this moment. Now I also want you to notice how when you are truly focused upon your breath, that your mind has been clear of everything else. So our breath is our life force. Our breath is what keeps us present. Our breath is our strength. Our breath is what keeps us peaceful. So in times in life, when you're starting to feel out of control, when you're starting to feel overwhelmed, when you're starting to feel anything but peace and happiness, come to your breath. Allow yourself to feel what you need to feel first. That's the most important thing. We don't like to block ourselves off from feeling from emotions. Then once you've felt it, begin to come back to your breath, come back to that present moment. And let yourself just be in the space that you're in. Staying here for a little bit longer. Inhaling and exhaling. And on your next inhale, lengthen through your crown so you're sitting up a little bit taller. Feel the space growing between each vertebrae. On the exhale, release your chin towards your chest. So your head falls forward. Your back is staying straight. Jaw stays soft, lips fall forward. Feel the shoulders rolling down and away. So you're really breathing into the back of the neck, in through the upper back, maybe into the base of the scalp. Notice any tension, any tightness that you have on here. And we're not forcing that head forward. We let it fall with our exhale. We let it fall with gravity. And now slowly begin some half neck circles. So start to roll one ear to one shoulder. Chin will come through chest as you roll the other ear to the other shoulder. And just starting to roll back and forth at your own pace. If you're someone who prefers the full neck circles, letting your head roll around back, chin towards the sky, I'm staying here with the half neck circles this morning, but if you like those full neck circles, you can begin them at any point. Just making sure that you reverse directions part of the way through. And just allowing yourself to move with your breath. So if you would like to take this a little faster, you can. You could stay nice and slow with it, noticing any areas that need some extra love. You can always pause and give them a couple of breaths before you move on, or you could just continue to flow. Breathe. Move. Just a few more here. One more each side. And then finding your way to center, chin towards your chest. So make sure you finish those rounds. Once your chin is towards your chest, slowly start to lengthen through your crown as you sit up nice and tall. Eyes are open or closed. On the exhale, turn your gaze over the left shoulder, just as much as it will. So we're really now breathing in even more through that neck, but it's going to start to stretch through the front of our neck a little, in through our chest. I feel it flow from my ear, down the side, in through my chest, my collarbone, even into my shoulder. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, looking over the right shoulder. Shoulders drop down and away. Just feeling that nice stretch. Trying not to arch through your back. Inhale, come through center. And pause for the exhale. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Connecting at the palms, lower your hands down to your heart. Take a moment here and set an intention for yourself. Set an intention for your practice. Where are you looking for today to take you? It may be just in this moment on your mat, or it could be throughout your entire day. Whatever you would like your intention to be, breathe into it and set it in place within your heart. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, left hand comes down by the side. Inhale, lengthen through that right. Exhale, start to lean over so that left shoulder stays down and away from the ear, it doesn't crowd. Really reaching from the hip through the side body, out of the fingertips. As always, we're not closing here, even if you have to lift up a little bit higher. Inhale, come up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to lean so that right shoulder is down as you breathe in through the left side. We're going to add a little breath to movement here, being a little bit more flowy than normal. So inhale up, exhale over. Inhale up, exhale over. So starting to move with your breath. Inhale, coming up through center, and exhale, doing the side body stretch. The next time that your left hand is down, right arm over, pause. Inhale here. Exhale, start to close it, bringing your right hand towards the left, just a little twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, float both hands up through center. Exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean. Again, right shoulder is down, really stretching through that side body. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Left hand towards the right, it's small. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, the hands up. Palms come together. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Extend your legs out in front of you. Just give them a little shake here. And now bend the left knee. We're going to take a twist. So you could keep your foot to the inside of your thigh, or we could cross it over, toes face forward, Right arm wraps around that left knee. Left fingertips behind the tail. Inhale, lengthen. Now check my right toes. I just noticed that they're drooping. Keep them flexed. Lengthen and twist the torso in towards the thigh. Gaze will follow. Inhale. Exhale, start to unwind. Now take that left foot, we're bringing it to the inside of that right leg. So we're going to take a stretch here through that hamstring. Your hands can frame here. Inhale. Exhale, start to walk yourself down. So as we come down, you don't want to pop your left hip off the ground. You want to keep it dropped. You could stay here. You could start to wrap your left arm around, taking a bind. So it's not as bad as you think. If you have a strap or a tie, you could take it here, but we're still gazing towards those right toes. But you don't have to take that bind. Hands can frame that foot. You can even reach for your toes if you'd like. Inhale, start to lift. Bringing that left foot to the inside. We're going to do that one more time. So that left knee's out to a figure four. Frame those frame that leg. Inhale and exhale, fold. Rolling up, extend that left leg out. Right knee bends, and we're going to cross it over, toes face forward. Left arm wraps around. Right fingers behind. Flex through that left foot, lengthen, and twist. So we always start with the torso. The gaze follows. If we lead with our gaze, there's a chance of you straining your neck. So allow the torso to tell us where our range of motion is. Come through center, taking that right foot to the inside of the left. So both hips are connected, my knee falls out, and that's okay. Inhale here. Exhale, start to walk yourself down slightly. So the inside of that right leg, if you want to take that bind, you can wrap your right arm around, left arm reaches under. I think it's a little bit easier than a normal bind because your arm's coming under instead of being too high. And we're still thinking of dropping the chest towards our thigh, nose to toes. Inhale up, dropping that right foot to the inside, frame your leg, inhale. Exhale, walk, not being here long. We're going to finish off those 6 movements of the spine with some tabletop cow and cat. So let's float our way around to a tabletop. Shoulders will be stacked right upon those wrists, hips upon those knees, neutral spine to begin. Inhale, let that belly fall. Heart and tail lift, collarbones separate, shoulders pull back. Exhale, round. So your tailbone tucks under, your gaze drops. Inhale into your cow. Exhale, round. Continuing this at your own pace, feeling all 10 toenails connect to the earth the entire time. Few more rounds. If you want to add in any extra movements, you can. If not, just staying here. On your next Next inhale, find your way to a table. Walk your hands up just a handprint. Curl your toes and start to lift those hips. We're coming into a down dog. So hips lift up nice and high, shoulders away from the ears, fingertips really press into the earth, pedaling out those feet. Bend one knee and then the other. You could shake your head side to side. And we're going to come through a couple of plank and then down dogs. So just a few more breaths doing this. On your inhale, roll onto your tiptoes, come to a high plank, shoulders stack upon those wrists. Thank God for videos, huh? And now pike those hips, come back, down dog. Inhale, roll forward, come into that high plank, core is engaged, creases of your elbows face front. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Once more. Hold here. Drop your knees, release into the tops of your feet. Creases forward, lower. On your inhale, we're going to take a baby cobra. Hands are by the upper ribs, elbows squeeze in. Shoulders drop down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Pause here in your baby cobra. So elbows really squeezing in. Shoulders drop down, gazes out in front. Taking a couple of breaths here. So don't try and hold your breath just because we're supposed to hold it on an inhale. Keep breathing. Feel that back body engage. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. Walk yourself forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to do a couple of those. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You can keep a bend to your knee, but maybe start to straighten it a little bit more. With each exhale, just starting to stretch through those hamstrings again. Into that lower back. Start to come all the way up on your next inhale. Sweep the hands with it. Connect at the palms, lower your hands to the heart, close your eyes. So come here into your Tadasana stance with prayer. Hands, shoulders down, hips tucked, feet fully grounded. Feel yourself rooted here. Feel the strength that comes with standing here still. Connected as one, body, mind, breath, soul. Inhale, sweep wide. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands in, feet back. Knees up or down here as you lower all the way. Inhale, baby cobra or cobra. So arms start to straighten a little bit more, shoulders drop down. Exhale, lower. Coming up one more time. Pausing here. So remember, try not to sink in here, keeping that press away, even if you have to drop a little bit more. Exhale, lower. Inhale through a table. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, sweep the right toes up to the sky. Open up that hip to the side of the room. Bend the right knee. Right foot flexes. Keep your shoulders square to the earth, so try not to open up to the side. Maybe make some knee circles here, some ankle circles. Inhale with that knee up top. Exhale, rock forward, knee in towards your chest. Look in between the hands. Plant your right foot down. Left heel is going to drop. Toes will turn in. Inhale, lengthen. If you have those blocks, feel free to use them here. On the exhale, we're coming up warrior one. So we're going to hold here. So your hips, try to square forward. We don't want an arch to our back here. We want to keep those hips tucked under. Feeling the stretch in that back leg, shoulders are down. Leaving space for that energy to flow. We're just going to pause here. Connect to your warrior. Your Virabhadrasana. I don't know if there's supposed to be a roll on that R, but I can't say it without it. Feeling yourself settle in with each exhale a little bit more. When I say settle in, that doesn't mean you have to drop here. That just means that you are getting more comfortable with the space in which you're in. The breath may get a little deeper. It may get a little longer. Inhale. Exhale, float those hands down, pop up onto your back toes. Left hand stays planted down. Once again, if you want to bring a block, you can. Try to take a twist, so right fingers up to the sky. Feel free to heel toe that front foot out slightly. If you prefer a wider stance. Holding in your twist, drop your back knee down, releasing to the top of your back foot. So you could stay here if you're looking for a quad stretch, lifting the left toes up. You could take that right hand behind, grabbing onto that foot. Being mindful, always listening to the body. Feeling that nice quad stretch if that's what you've taken. If you're holding onto that foot, release it down, right fingers up. Inhale. Exhale. Start to heel toe that foot in, frame it. Curl your back toes, lift the back knee. Right foot goes all the way back into a three-legged dog. And lower it down. Notice a difference from right to left here. Inhale, rock forward, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, baby cobra. Cobra or up dog, everything's off the ground with the tops of your feet and your palms. Exhale, down dog. So in your down dog, spread those fingers nice and wide, really press them into the mat to relieve any strain in your wrists. Shoulders drop down and away. Hips up as high as you can to the sky. Inhale the left toes up. Open up that hip, bend the knee, flex the foot. Again, try to keep your hips square to the mat, making some knee circles, some ankle circles. Breathing. Pausing with your knee up high. Inhale. Exhale, rock forward, knee in towards your chest. Look in between your hands. Plant that left leg down. Right heel drops, toes turn in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to lift into your warrior one. So, making any adjustments you may need. Some may want a shorter stance, and that's okay. Feel like you have headlights on your hips. Working on twisting, beaming them forward. So as we twist, you may feel a little you may feel a little stretch in that right leg. If there's any pain, pull out slightly. Floating the arms up, shoulders are down. So once again, we're just going to pause here, let ourselves sink in, settle in, starting to feel that stretch. I'm feeling a really nice stretch in my calf. That's not to say that you are. I just know I'm really tight here. Feel yourself rooting through your back arch. So you don't want to roll into the inner arch. You want to stay grounded through that back arch. Deepening those inhales. Deepening those exhales. Through the nose or through the mouth. Maybe a little of both. Inhale. Exhale, float those hands down, popping up onto your back toes. Right hand's going to stay down, left finger's up so we can take that twist. Feel free to heel toe that front leg out a little. And dropping your back knee down, holding the twist. You could stay here, you can start to bend that right knee. Left hand may reach behind to grab onto it, gaze stays lifted. Again, only if this is available to you in your practice today. Inhale the left fingers up if they're lifted. Exhale, frame your front foot, heel toe that foot back in. Curl your back toes, lift the back knee. Left foot goes all the way back into a three-legged dog. Exhale, lower. Breathe in here. Slowly start to walk your feet up to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Couple more just like that. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly start to come all the way up. Sweep the hands with it. Exhale, hands to the heart. So for today's balancing, we're going to play with a dancer. So you're going to start. I'm going to turn to the side. I think that you'll have a better view than if I was staring at you. So we're going to ground through your left foot first. So really grow roots into the ground through that left foot. Find your drishti. Your drishti is your focal point, something a foot or two in front of you that's not moving. And now all you're going to start with is a bend to your right knee. And take your right hand behind you to the inside of your right foot. I place my thumb towards my toes. Hips are square, knee is down. Left arm reaches up by the ear. Now this may be as far as you go. This is a dancer. Inhale. On the exhale, you can start to hinge forward. As you hinge forward, you're going to feel your foot press into your hand. Now here's the deal, we're in a dancer, so if anyone was a cheerleader, we're not coming to a scorpion where you open up your hip. Your hip stays square. Inhale, come up. Exhale, start to hinge. Inhale, come up. Stay connected to that drishti the entire time. That's really going to help you. Exhale, hold in your dancer. Continuing to breathe nice inhales, nice exhales. Another inhale. Exhale, come all the way up. Drop it out, give yourself a good shake. I'm going to turn to the other side. Coming here to the breath, to the space. So, ground through the right foot. Find that drishti. Bending that left knee. Left hand reaches behind. So I'm on the inside of that left foot. My thumb is towards my toe. Hips are square, knee is down. Right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, start to hinge forward. Foot presses into the hand. Inhale up. Stay connected to that drishti. I lost mine, hence why I'm losing my balance. Exhale. Dancer. Inhale up. The next one we're going to hold. Exhale. Pause. So keeping those hips square. Hold here, one more breath. Exhale, come all the way up. Shake it out. All right. Coming to the top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, send the feet back, drop your knees, child's pose. So the knees could be together, that'll stretch more through the spine. Your knees could separate. Rounding that spine, forehead towards the floor, taking any variation with your upper body that you'd like. So hands could be to the floor. You could bend your elbows, palms come together to prayer. That's a personal favorite of mine. You could wrap your hands around your sides, letting your shoulders round forward. Just be here for a few moments. Notice that any chatters return to your mind. If it has, come back to your breath. Begin to lift your torso up so you're sitting back upon your heels. Send your weight around to one side. Send the feet forward. Scoot your tush. We're going to stay here with the knees bent. Hands come behind. Fingers can face whatever direction as we just start to rock side to side. And if you want to add a little bit extra, you're going to allow the hand to flow up. The next time your knees fall to the right, let that left arm reach up and over. So we're getting a little twist here. You could just keep your gaze out in front. Breathing, you could always drop to your forearms, holding down. If you're down, come back to your palms. We're going to reach up and over to the other side. So that right arm sweeps over, taking that little twist. Palms and arms can stay straight, or you could drop down to your forearms. Planting your hands, come up through center, scooch the tush forward, and lower your back down. So coming into a bridge here, if you want to take a supported bridge, grab a couple of pillows, a rolled up blanket. If you have blocks, awesome. I mean, I guess you could use a book, but I would put a cushion on top, whether it's, again, a pillow or a folded blanket, just because of the sharper edges on a book. So if you're taking a regular bridge, that's where I'm leading you today. Palms are down. Inhale. Exhale, press into your knees, lift those hips up. So if you're taking that supported bridge, take that prop, whatever it may be, and you're going to place it at your lower back, under your hips, and then you rest your hips down upon it. So you get the benefits of an inversion without having your muscles be doing the work, because you're allowing that weight to flow, just to settle on the props. But if your hips are lifted, you could keep your palms down, connected to the earth. You could interlace your fingers, walking one shoulder under and then the other. Breathing. Try to soften your muscles and just hold the same pose. Releasing your hands, if they're interlaced, roll onto your tiptoes. If you are on a prop, Start to roll onto your tiptoes, lift your hips up slightly, remove that prop, and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Once the lower back connects to the earth, drawing your knees in, gently rocking side to side. And now we are going to come into Shavasana. So Shavasana is our corpse pose, our final relaxation. If there's anywhere else you want to take your final pose, feel free to take a supine bound angle. So that's bottoms of your feet together, knees splay out. You could have your legs extended to the sky or up a wall for that support behind your legs. But for everyone else, if you're taking that Shavasana, you're extending one leg and then the other, placing on any layers that you may need. Arms walk out, palms face up, and close your eyes. So here in your Shavasana, I want you to flex your feet. I want you to engage your entire lower body. So tighten up all your muscles. Your glutes are tightening up. The only thing that's connected are the very edges of your skin on those muscles that are contracted. Inhale, tighten, tighten, tighten. Exhale, soften. Feel the entire lower body just melt. Same with the upper body. So make fists tighten. You're almost pushing yourself off of the mat. Your back is tightening. Your core is strong. Your arms are so tight. Inhale. And exhale. Just melt. Last but not least, your face. Tighten up your face. Scrunched up. Don't forget about your mouth. Inhale. And exhale. So everything just melts down here into the mat. Just be connected in the space for a tiny bit longer, connected in the stillness, and find comfort in the stillness. Not just the stillness in the body, but also the stillness in the mind, the stillness of the soul. Begin to deepen your breath. Coming back to the present moment. Start to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Roll wrists and ankles. Maybe a gentle rock of your head from side to side as you awaken back up. And slowly, just like you're rolling over in bed, begin to make your way to your right side using one arm as a pillow, placing the other hand over your heart. Knees draw up towards your chest, and just pause here. Learn to appreciate yourself and others. Knowing we desire growth and improvement is one thing. Constantly driving ourselves and others is another. Maybe the answer isn't that we need to do better, try harder, push more. Maybe the answer is recognizing and appreciating how well we already do things, how hard we try, how much we've done, how well others are doing too. Pushing ourselves can become so habitual that we deny ourselves any feeling of satisfaction. No matter how well or how much we do, the urge to try harder, do better, Do more keeps pushing us on. It doesn't let us rest. We still feel it isn't quite good enough. If you've been pushing yourself that hard, you may need more than a coffee break. Take a real break. Give yourself permission to put that drive aside. Quiet that part of you that wants to do more, be more, accomplish more. Learn to value how well you do things, even if no one else sees or appreciates your efforts. Applaud your own efforts and the efforts of those you love. For today and for 1 week, instead of demanding more for yourself, tell yourself how well you've done. For today and for 1 week, instead of demanding more from those around you, tell them that they are doing well too. Tell yourself how well you do. You may discover you're doing better than you thought. Slowly start to make your way to your last seated position. Finding hands to heart center with a gentle bow to your head. Take that moment here and appreciate all of your work. Show yourself that love. Show yourself that gratitude. Show yourself that appreciation that you strive so hard to get. Give it to yourself here and now. You are enough. Now send that love and appreciation to all those practicing with you this morning and reminding them that they are enough as well. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Connecting at the palms, lower the hands to the heart, praying to always love compassionately. Bringing our thumbs to our lips, praying to always speak truthfully. Finishing off with our thumbs to the third eye, praying to always see clearly. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you all once again for joining me today, and always, I hope you have a wonderful day.